Yeah.
Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg.
Batmobile lost his wheel and Robin had to pay. Hey!
Oh, I never heard that. I've never heard that part.
I just made that up.
Because the Batmobile lost his wheel. I have heard that. But I heard the commissioner had to pay.
Oh, I just made it up.
Well, that's good.
We've taken all those songs and butchered them over the years, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we are excited to talk to all of you guys today about some Christmas holiday traditions that are out there and what the origins are, because nobody really talks about where things came from, that they're there. And so Christmas being a religious holiday, really, is also taken on a lot of other connotations.
No Bible thumping, Julie. Come on now.
I'm not Bible thumping, but I'll sing Ave Maria for you. Just kidding. My mom would be so happy.
By Celine Dion?
Yeah, no, definitely not trying to do that. Anyway, we wanted to chat about some of this stuff because I kind of thought it was interesting. I think a lot of people stay away from the holidays and some of these things because they're considered pagan or originating from pagan type holidays or celebrations. But nobody, like I said before, really knows where they came from. So we thought there's a few. I think we've got like 5 that we were going to talk about.
There were a lot of, when you talk about the pagan holidays back in the day, whenever that was, they were geared around a lot of winter solstice celebrations.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how the date in December came about, is because that's when the winter solstice is. So, and then Christians kind of, tagged onto it. And so it evolved to what it is now.
So Jesus' birthday is not really December 25th.
No, it's not.
Do we know what day it is?
I mean, I heard April 6th, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense that it's around the winter solstice, I guess. Last year we celebrated the winter solstice. Well, I am having really a lot of problems with my words today.
I like Winster.
Winter solstice. We had a Yule log down on the beach. In freaking December.
Yeah.
21st. And we all had to write a note that we wished for the new year, I guess, or something that we wished for. And then we all burned it in the fire with the Yule log.
I like that.
Yeah, it was actually kind of a nice symbolism sort of thing. Haley, Mary's daughter, put it together.
Uh-huh. I went to that one where you walked in the endless circle thing. Same thing. You had a candle.
We're gonna do that this year.
Yeah, I know it's probably coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, I imagine it is.
We'll have to check it out.
Let's start with the first one, the obvious one, Christmas trees.
Okay.
So the origin of the Christmas tree was started in Germany and is also considered to be a pagan type of ritual. And the tree itself is evergreen and symbolizes eternal life.
Yeah.
But that's what it's kind of evolved into. It was later incorporated this way through Christianity and Christians in general.
Because the needles point heavenward also, and then the color, it's like the secondary color of Christmas, red being the first. But then there's the evergreen. Yeah.
But so people don't all use evergreen trees. I mean, they have fake ones like I do. They look like an evergreen tree, but they are not real. They go in my garage.
Well, and hence, as we've moved through all the years of time, and we got flocked trees, and we have silver trees, and red trees and lit trees.
So lit. It's lit. Yeah, it's definitely something that signifies the holiday.
Sure.
Because I know for me, we only had 4 weeks this year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it up on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
The Christmas tree didn't take very long. So if it had been a bigger chore, I probably wouldn't have even done it at all. But I do have the tree up. That's about all so far.
And it's a pretty tree.
It's very pretty. It's tall and skinny, very pretty.
Pretty.
But anyway, so that's the symbolism of it. The evergreen and eternal life and everything. But it did start out as a pagan ritual. So
I mean, a lot of the Christmas stuff did. So,
Well, Christmas stuff, I mean, you name it, it
well,
all
and
started out that way.
it's when Christianity inserted itself, and like I said, the evolution. That's like the red is
Mm-hmm.
the first color of Christmas, or that's what I've seen
Is that supposed to be
read
like the
about,
blood
that
of?
it's symbolizing the Savior's sacrifice, or
Okay.
Christ's sacrifice for all. He
Okay.
shed his blood, so the red,
Red.
is
Mm-hmm.
representative of that color. Yeah.
And then the green's the everlasting
And
life.
the green is the everlasting life in the tree.
What about the Christmas star?
The star, of course, is deeply rooted in the biblical connotation and the Bible story of when Christ was born, which is the reason for the season, people, right?
It is the reason for the season.
It's that heavenly sign of prophecy fulfilled long ago.
Yeah.
And what it's representative of, though, with that is the shining hope for all mankind. Yeah.
So the Christmas star, I always had understood the wise men followed the Christmas star, and that's how they found Jesus. It was like their guiding, was North Star, something guiding star. So that is how they got to him. When we
but
were
it
talking,
shone brighter than any other star in the sky, much brighter than the North Star, even.
Did you know that from your heart?
Yeah, like I mean, that's how it talks about in the Bible.
She almost sounds like she's reading it out of a book, and she's not. At least this time, she's not. So Christmas star was first in the book of Matthew, where it was talked about. Was supposed to be the guiding star, like Michelle mentioned. I had always understood, kind of delving into the three wise men a little bit, because I'm kind of stuck on the three wise men. First of all, they had pretty sweet clothes. I have three statues. Sweet. There's no way they were herding sheep.
You just like them because they were all tall, dark, and handsome.
Well, they were that too. But that's beside the point. They're holy people. They're not going to be, yeah. But anyway, they brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh to baby Jesus in the manger.
But the drummer boy had nothing.
He didn't have shit. Drummer boy didn't have shit.
He played for him.
Pa-rumpa pum pum.
Shall I play for you?
Pa-rumpa pum pum. Oh, for God's sake.
Anyways,
so that's how I had thought the origin of gifting came about. And so now you see that the holiday has turned into really a retail holiday in a lot of ways, which it's been that way. But if you look back at earlier times, like earlier in the 1900s even, and stuff like that, the level of frivolity and just gluttonousness wasn't there like you see now.
I was asking, actually, I just was with my mom for Thanksgiving.
Oh, I want to hear what she had to say about
this.
And
she's
97, you guys.
Pretty simple, but we were watching this Christmas DVD that she had put together from just all the Christmases over the years. So, and then I started asking her questions about when she was little. I said, what did you get in your stocking for Christmas? And she was telling me that when she was little, she's 97, so that's like 90 years ago. They just hung a regular stocking. They didn't have the red felt stockings with all decorated and that. They just literally hung one of their stockings up for Christmas. And I asked her what she got in it from Santa, and she said there was always an apple in the an apple and an orange and nuts and hard candy. Which it's funny because that's what I did for my boy. I just always grew up and that's what I got in the stocking. And that's what I always did for my boys. I always would put an apple and an orange and peanuts, and then I would put little things in there too. But as time has gone on, holy smokes, the stocking thing is crazy. It's like all these little gifts that you get in the stocking alone. But I guess what made me think of that, to your point, was that years ago, I mean, they were thankful, truly thankful to be getting, a nice apple and an orange and just those simple little things in the stocking, because it's something that they wouldn't get every day like we do now.
Or a hair barrette, or A pair of shoes even maybe would be a big treat.
Yeah.
I know. So I think about that now a lot because our society really is much more commercialized. Preaching to the choir. I know you know that more than anybody, I think. But
Yeah.
so I do try to keep it as simple as I can, but then I start going a little bit crazy around the days closer because I want to, oh my gosh, I saw such and much, and that's going to be so perfect for so and so. And really, it's like, probably doesn't matter.
Well, and the stress that brings on, truly, I'm not saying don't do any of it, but we all know this. It
Yeah.
can be a very stressful time for all these reasons that we're just talking about, like what do we get for who and how do you make it even? I used to do that for the boys. I had 4 boys, and you're like counting presents and you're like trying to make it all seem like everybody's, loved just as much and the same, And but those simpler things truly have so much more meaning. And why do we just do this at Christmas time?
Right.
Right? Why do we just celebrate and do that and do all? I get all the representations. We could sit here and talk about all of it, like the bow that we put on the presents. It's representative of being tied together in the bonds of goodwill forever. That's what the representative. That's what the bow is. So
the symbol.
So all these things that we do leading up to and all like in a day, it's very special. But wouldn't it be cool if we just maybe did that one time every month or two, like something special? Or when you see something that reminds you of somebody, buy it if you can. Just like in that moment, even just something as simple as a little candle or a charm or a hair something or whatever it is, a pair of socks.
It's like giving too. When you look at like the food banks and things, they get inundated at this time of the year.
Crazy amounts of food. Yeah.
And then in the summertime and in times when, it's
feast
not
or famine
out. Yeah, it's feast or famine. So it's kind of looking at this type of giving and joyousness for all year long. And I know people are having a hard time. They have been, since the pandemic. Some more than others. I think some have come out of it more than others, but I think a lot of people are behind the 8 ball a little bit, even still, financially, just trying to get caught up on things or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it does add a lot of extra responsibility and pressure because there's a lot of expectation maybe for people to do things a certain way.
Yeah.
So I agree 100% that it's supposed to be about the day. It's supposed to be about spending time, with the people that you love, doing whatever, playing games, playing cards, having
we should
food.
be doing these things all the time, people.
Right.
Really. I mean, as we're sitting here talking about it, it just makes me think that I don't do it either, but it's definitely something that gives me cause to think about for sure.
Yeah. We used to have very large family celebrations on both sides of the family.
Yeah.
And they got a little bit, I don't know what happened with my mom's side of the family, but we just kind of stopped doing it. Too many people were drinking under the tree or something. I don't know what was going on, but then my dad's side of the family, I don't know. I just have memories of that.
Under the tree.
Yeah.
Were they passed out under the tree or were they drinking under the tree?
Like one of my relatives was sobbing, sobbing under the, that's what I remember being a kid. Like, I don't know what her deal was, but I think she drank too much. But my dad's side of the family, we used to do it on Christmas Day, and then it got to the point where it was like nobody wants to get together on Christmas Day. And so then it would be like the Saturday before Christmas.
Right.
And now we're not doing it at all. And, like I talked to Mark, for example, my brother-in-law, and he was like, well, I don't see these people normally. So why do I need to like see them during Christmas? And I'm like, that's kind of harsh. We don't see them in the summertime or anything. So there's definitely relatives I have that I love to see, but I don't see them all the time.
Yeah.
Once a year's good,
Right.
So,
right.
What about Santa Claus? Do you know who he was based after?
I actually don't know who he was based after.
Well, he was based after a bishop in the 4th century named Saint Nicholas.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. And so
Saint Nick,
that's where it came from. And it's kind of evolved in this jolly old fellow kind of a thing where now he's coming down a chimney and has a big belly and ho ho ho's all over the place.
Ho ho hos.
Ho
I
ho
got
ho.
hose.
He's got
And
ho
all
ho
the
ho's.
in all the area codes.
Oh my God.
Just kidding. Just
No,
kidding.
you're not. Santa's playing his cards right.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
He's supposed to be representative of generosity and
Well,
kindness.
and there's like different traditions and figures that represent that all over the world, like in
Right.
different countries. You know, some people put stuff in shoes, and the
Well, that
name.
St. Nick's Day is, I think, December 6th or 7th,
Okay.
where you put your shoes outside
Uh-huh.
and then you find them with nuts and
Yeah.
apple and an orange
Right.
in them. That's
Yeah.
definitely an old school holiday or
Mhm.
old school tradition that used to be out there. But the kids did that, and they went to Catholic school, so I think it's the 7th. No, that's D-Day, December 7th. Maybe it's the 6th. Anyway, where they would put their little shoe out there, and then they'd have their Satsuma orange that they'd find in there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, don't put any food in there. It's their shoes.
That's gross. I never did that. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
And then the Christmas wreath is actually another evergreen sign, because that, now we have wreaths obviously that are all different colors, but they're supposed to be made with like evergreen pieces, which is a sign of life, eternal life, but then it's also done in a circle. Yeah. And so the circle represents,
no beginning and no end.
Beginning, no end. Yeah.
Eternal love. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are just a few of them. They're not even controversial.
Controversial?
They're not. I say that right now.
Well, here's the thing too, because the candy cane, for example, that's representative. Do you know of what? Any guesses?
That's Jesus' blood and stuff.
But the candy cane that represents the shepherd's crook.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Used to bring lambs back into the fold, being a reminder that we are all our brother's keeper.
Oh.
Yes. And yeah, the red and the intertwine in the candy cane, yes, I've heard that too, is like the blood of Christ. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a thing. Yeah. That's what I think I remember about it.
So I was telling Julie, I think these are all the things that people, as things, have transpired and changed throughout the centuries. It's the Christians' way of making a pagan holiday seem religious. Really, coming up with all these symbols and how they represent and what they are. And it's all good.
I mean, they're more formalized versions of a lot of the things that were happening centuries ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else has picked up on this, but did you notice that Michelle and I kind of are twins? Well, not the blonde hair, the brunette hair, but we're both wearing the same jacket.
Same jacket. I love it. Yeah, I know.
So
these are both Julie's. I love these jackets.
But we thought we would be twins for this recording.
Because why not?
Because why the hell not?
Why the hell not?
So, Michelle, I guess, is there anything that you're planning on doing differently this Christmas? Are you going to be making any of your little Christmas things?
Honestly, I'm going to do my best attempt at focusing on just enjoying the moments, whatever those are, and not trying to stress about planning and making sure that everything is perfect, because it's not. And it doesn't have to be. And as you know, Rick is coming, so it'll be our first Christmas together in person, which I'm super thankful for, finally. And so really just, I think that's part of it, is just being grateful and thankful for being, in each other's company and having that extend with, the whole family, and just having it be what it is. And it doesn't have to be spectacular and outrageous. It just has to be heartfelt and warm.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Yeah.
We used to spend a lot more time preparing. Like we were talking before, the decorating and the shopping and the wrapping and And, you know, we're at a place now where you have a lot of grandchildren, so
Yeah.
you've got some stuff to do with that, but I don't have any little kids in my life. So I'm sure when I do, it's going to change a little bit.
Yeah.
Although little Delilah, she's kind of around, so I've been already getting ideas on what she would maybe like from Santa.
Yeah.
But I do believe that in a lot of ways, I've tried to simplify things for my family in that we've gone away for the holidays, or
Yeah.
that's been kind of the gift, is just
Right.
getting away, and
Making
it's about time.
memories.
Yeah, it's about making the time
Yeah.
together. And this year is our first year. We're going to go to Austin, you know, where Andrew just moved, and all of us are going to be there. Even Brian
Yeah.
is going to be there, which is a little weird, but it's going to be cool because it's like all of my kids, their significant others, and then Julie and Brian.
Weird, but at the same time, really normal. I mean, so many families now, that's how it is, you know,
Yeah,
and
they're all
both
blended.
to have both parents present for the kids and, you know, during that special time is, I think it's really spectacular that you guys
Yeah,
are at a place where you can do that.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. So it's the kids' time to pass the torch, and they're going to do the cooking. They're going to do all
Yeah.
that stuff. So I'm really excited about like having Andrew take care of it all for a change.
And just kick back and relax.
Yeah, hang out
Yeah.
with peeps. So anyway, well, we'll let you guys go, but we wanted to get a little thought out there regarding some of these things that we get so stressed out about over Christmas. And you know, it's a special time of the year, but let's keep it that way.
I have something for people to think about. Just a
Uh-oh.
little,
She got closer to the microphone.
a
Uh-oh.
little end of the episode thought here during this holiday season. Some families don't need to exchange gifts for Christmas. They need to exchange apologies, settle old disputes, make peace, forgive, and seek healing. That would be a truly blessed Christmas, right?
I think that's a good action item for people.
I think it is too.
There's got to be
Very
one
good
person,
action.
one person in your family that you could give a hug to that wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, totally.
So do that, please.
A hug or an apology, whatever it is.
Sometimes the hug is the apology for people who can't say I'm
true.
sorry.
Yeah.
And we'll just take it.
Yeah, we'll just take it. Love
Yeah.
that.
So
All right.
we're out on the socials.
We're out on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Go check us out on YouTube. We are there as well. So we've been working hard at getting better with the content, and we just appreciate all the downloads as always.
That's right. So this brunette and this blonde are going to sign off. Peace out.
Peace out.
We'll see you next week.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Till next time. Bye.